Hey there everyone, it's GG Silversun. The 1st of September, and we are at a rest area just west of the Suwannee River in Florida on I-10, and this is the devastation that is the aftermath of Hurricane Inez. I don't know. I can't recall what its name was. It starts with an I think. It's a female name. Anyway, 1st of September. Be careful not to brand new prospects as alcoholics. Let them draw their own conclusion, but talk to them about the hopelessness of alcoholism. Tell them exactly what happened to you and how you recovered. Stress the spiritual feature freely. If they are agnostic or atheists, make it emphatic that they do not have to agree with your conception of God. They can choose any conception they like, provided it makes sense to them. The main thing is that they be willing to believe in a power greater than themselves, and that they live by spiritual principles. Do I hold back too much in speaking of the spiritual principles of the program? Yeah, and I think it's because these days people are very, for lack of a better term, gospel hardened. You know, there are so many people that have tried to be salesmen for God. But in my concept of what this means is likely different. What I've experienced over my lifetime, and I'm 55, it has been that salesman mentality. You need what I have, and I've done the same thing, and it feels like, and I think that the opposite, not the opposite, but anything short of that feels like I'm soft pedaling, but or being displaying false modesty or self-deprecation. It's like, I can't do it, I couldn't figure it out, so I had to let God. But that's really not self-deprecation or false modesty. It's stating the truth. That is the essence of humility. If I was the fastest runner in the world and everybody knew it, I set the world record, and somebody said, here we are, the fastest man in the world, and I said, nah, I'm not the fastest, that would be a lie. So if I said, oh, I'm sure somebody will beat it one day, that's different. That's humility. But to say that it's not true when I hold the world record, there you have it. That's false modesty and a lie. So for me to say anything other than God did it, I couldn't do it. I came to AA, I opened up to a power greater than me in just accepting that maybe AA can help me. That opened the door. Then the connections I made, the supernatural connections I made with the people in recovery, I call it supernatural because I call the people in AA God with skin on. All right? God speaks to me through them on the regular and from the very beginning. Meditation for the day. I will never leave nor forsake thee, quote unquote. Down through the centuries, thousands have believed in God's constancy untiringness, and unfailing love. God has love. God is love. Then forever you are sure of his love. God has power. Then forever you are sure in every difficulty and temptation of his strength. God has patience. Then always there is one who can never tire. God has understanding. Then always you will understand and be understood. Unless you want him to go, God will never leave you. He is always ready with power. God will never leave me even when I want him to go. Right? God is always there. God fills every fiber of my being. Then the more that I know that and accept that and think about it and meditate on it, the more it will manifest in my life. So, a day at a time. Prayer for the day. I pray that I may feel that God's love will never fail. I pray that I may have confidence in his unfailing power. Amen. Keep coming back. Look up. Aim up. Rise up.